Fifth, you love your son?
I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
If you're not already aware, 50 Cent and his son Marquise have had an ongoing feud for as long as we can remember, and recently this beef has become very active online. 50 Cent even said that he wouldn't have a bad day if his own son got hit by a bus. The straightforward comment was made under a photo of his son Marquise and his friend Kyle McGriff, but once you hear about who his friend is, you'll probably understand why 50 made this dark comment. Kyle McGriff is actually the son of the very famous kingpin, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, who is currently behind bars serving a life sentence for a list of different crimes, with the most notable being his involvement in the 50 Cent back in 2000, which resulted in 50 being shot 9 times and only barely surviving the incident. So it's no wonder that after seeing a photo of his own son with the son of the man who tried to murder 50, that he'd react in this way.
There have been a lot of disappointing moments in my relationship with Marquise over the past few years. But the lowest was when I saw him post a picture of himself with Kyle McGriff, the son of Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Without rehashing too much bad history, Kenneth McGriff was one of the biggest dealers in Queens, and the man the authorities believe was behind the attempt on my life.
50 and his son Marquise have had a beef for a very long time now, but Marquise choosing to post this picture to social media definitely shows the seriousness of their hate for one another. Regardless, 50 Cent received a lot of backlash after posting the comment, with a lot of people shocked that a father could ever say something so harsh and so heartless about their own son. 50 Cent was quick to speak on the situation, tweeting, "I have zero ill will towards anyone living on this earth. The people Shaniqua's son looks up to and associates with is a reflection of the negative energy he embraces towards me. I paid his mother $1,360,000 in support to afford him opportunities that I never had." So after hearing this tweet, you'd probably think that $1.3 million would be more than enough for 50's ex, Shaniqua Tompkins, to care for his son, Marquise. Well, you'd be wrong. Because in May 2008, Shaniqua actually sued 50 Cent for a total of $50 million. However, this had nothing to do with raising his son. It was instead Shaniqua claiming that 50 was responsible for burning their house down, and in her own words, he tried to me and his own child. The $2.4 million mansion was occupied by Shaniqua and Marquise, along with 4 other relatives at the time, and it was considered suspicious that the house burned down at 4 AM, just days after 50 Cent and Shaniqua got into a violent dispute. Shaniqua also said about 50 Cent that he threatened me on Monday that he was going to have someone visit me. Even the fire department chief, Larry Feld, who dealt with the fire, thought the fire was suspicious because of the volume of the fire and how fast it spread. However, strangely enough, the whole lawsuit never actually made it to court, and it was suggested that Shaniqua was ordered to leave the home just days before the blaze broke out, to which 50 Cent suggested that her response to being kicked out of the house was kind of more like, "If I can't have you, you can't have it." So pretty much, Shaniqua was claiming that 50 burnt the house down, and 50 was claiming that she did. However, this is all still a mystery, as neither of them were charged in the incident. But it was actually 5 years later when we got a real example of 50's dark side. Some text messages between 50 and his son came out and read as following: "Hey, I'm outside the house at the front door. I came to the front door, then lights went off. What's up? You lying? You outside? LOL. LOL, you frontin'. I saw you looking out the window. Good luck in life. You're gonna need it. LOL, you frontin' hard body now. How you gonna see me when I'm in the basement? LMAO. Fuck you. You are your mother child. LOL, why would you lie about that? LOL. I need a blood test cause that sucking girl you call mum was fucking the whole time. It's cool. I will never go out of my way again, you disrespectful little LOL, you never do. I don't know that father that doesn't even call their son for his birthday, or get him a gift for his b-day or for Christmas. You are your mother's child. I don't have a son anymore." It's no surprise that when these texts leaked, the public was shocked to hear how 50 as a father could speak that way about his own son, and most of all, why? How did things get to this level? Things went quiet for a while, and a fair few months later, Shaniqua came to the press to announce that 50 Cent hadn't seen his son for 2 years, nor did he attend his high school graduation back in 2014. And this whole situation about Shaniqua coming to the press to share more dark secrets about 50 became a reoccurring thing. It was even said that never did 50 call on his son's birthdays. 50 Cent pretty much said that Shaniqua was crazy and money hungry and just wanted the fame because they simply have a child together. But the funniest bit about this was that 50 Cent was giving her a lot of money for Marquise's child support. $1.3 million to be exact, or about $6.7 thousand per month. However, Marquise even spoke on the child support, where he brought to Instagram to state,
It's not a substantial a lot of money. Yo, bro, $6,700. If I told you right now, right, you got to start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life.
Yes.
Can you do it?
With 6,700, I can.
You
With
have nothing.
6,700, yes, I can. From the
Have
I'm from either or project.
nothing.
6,700, I'm good.
That's what
a
I'm saying.
month.
Up here.
now I'm sure that we can all agree that $6.7 thousand per month is well and truly more than enough for a child who already has support from his mother to live off. But Marquise thinks that because he is the son of a celebrity, that he should be entitled to the celebrity lifestyle.
That you believe in, bro. In your life.
I can show you. I
raise a celebrity A-list
child
child.
support. I paid $350,000.
Your child is not me.
Brother.
Your child is not me. Your child never been on a private jet before. Your child don't get like
I've
me.
been on
Your
private
child
jets
don't
for
live
fucking
like me.
50 Cent released his book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter in 2021, where he said,
Entitlement creates resentment. Marquise has always been into sneakers. Because he's my son, he couldn't just rock any old sneakers either. If a new pair of Jordans came out, he had to have them right away. If Marquise asked for a pair of Jordans on Monday, his mother would make sure they were on his feet by Tuesday. It still didn't make him happy. Instead of being excited to rock his new pair of Jordans, all Marquise could think about was all of the retro Jordans he didn't have, all the different flyways and colors that weren't in his closet. When he should have felt gratification, all he really felt was disappointment.
So it was pretty obvious 50 just wanted his son to make something of himself, not rely on his dad for his life.
My issue with Marquise wasn't that he wanted all those sneakers. When I was a kid, I wanted sneakers too. The difference is that I was willing, make that determined, to do the work necessary to obtain them. I wouldn't for a second want Marquise to have to resort to the type of work I put in to get my kicks. Marquise has so many more options in front of him than I ever had. I just needed to see him pick one and put in the work.
And although it appears Marquise has become viral for being a money-hungry kid, this may not be all there is to it. Marquise has actually posted numerous posts to social media suggesting that instead, he really just wants the relationship with his dad that he never got, and he could really care less about the money. And the saddest part about the situation is that it appears to be damaged beyond the point of possible repair.
Fifth, you love your son? I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
To be honest, the only real way that this feud could ever be healed is if 50 and Marquise choose to speak and deal with things in person, rather than all over social media and on the press. And that's all for the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you again very, very soon.